I don't know.
From your pocket.
Oh, yeah,
You go vegan because this is the right thing to do.
yeah, exactly.
So do you think you're going vegan then?
Yeah. Yeah.
So do you think you're gonna, consume dairy and eggs after talking to me?
No.
No? These interactions of mine are meant to educate and train other vegan activists like myself. These interactions are not perfect. It's a constant evolution. It's a constant training thing. My videos are for you vegans to critique me and help me improve my interactions. And hopefully these videos are also for you to learn from my interactions, to encourage you to do street activism because it works, as you can see. I'm showing the industries that abuse animals, like for instance the dairy industry and the egg industry, also the meat industry and the fish industry. And so all these animals, they were, cage-free, free-range, humane certified, but they all wind up in a slaughterhouse. So it doesn't matter if they were okay, whatever that means, before the slaughter or not. And also coming from small farms. So how do you feel when you see this?
Yeah, well, not very nice.
No? So if it's not good enough for your eyes, how come it's good enough for your stomach? If I was showing how an apple pie is being made, you would have a different reaction, right? So this is what you eat 3 times a day, 365 days a year, when you know that it's absolutely unnecessary because vegans exist and we are not dead. So is this animal abuse?
I think so.
Is there anything that justifies animal abuse? No. And therefore you're against animal abuse, obviously, and against animal abusers, right? The people who actually cut their tails, cut their teeth, rip off their testicles, skin them alive, and all without anesthesia. I don't think you'd be friends with people like this.
I think animals have.
What? I can hardly hear you with the motorbikes and everything.
I think animals has.
Let's please, the light is too strong. Here it's better, like this, so you can see it better, yeah? Yeah, tell me, please.
I think animals also have feelings. So
Exactly.
It's hard to
So
see.
why, exactly, so why choosing to be cruel then?
Yeah, that's true. But I don't eat a lot of meat lately. But now, when I see this, I think like, oh, I have to stop.
And so there are 2 kinds of workers in here. The ones who are immigrants, for instance, they have no papers and they have a really hard time because normal people, killing animals all day, it's not healthy mentally wise, right? So the first cause of suicides are these people, the first cause of drug addiction and also alcoholism and domestic violence. So it's also human abuse, right?
Yeah.
And then we have the other ones who have the psychopaths who actually enjoy doing this. You have a lot of videos on YouTube.
Yeah, that's true. We saw that.
Yeah. So what do you think of their bosses, the ones who pay them a salary every month? Do you think they are as guilty as them or not?
Yes. Of course.
Yes? Or even more so, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
They support them to do so.
Exactly. So where the money comes from?
From the bosses.
Oh, no. The bosses are rich and they have a lot of money, so they can pay these psychopaths to do this.
Yeah.
So the question I'm asking you is where the money comes from. I mean, those bosses, they get the money from where?
No idea.
From who?
The people. The.
Okay, and you? You don't know?
I don't know.
From your pocket.
Oh, yeah. That's
Every time you buy cheese and eggs and fish and meat, you're financing this. Do you understand? So you never thought about this, right?
No.
So how do you feel now that you know that you're responsible for this?
very guilty.
So do you think it's possible to be against animal abuse and at the same time abusing animals? Do you think it's possible to say that you're against animal abuse just like as you did before and at the same time abusing animals?
Well, I think it's possible because it's happening.
Yeah, but now that you know, do you think it's going to be rational for you to abuse animals after talking to me? If you said to me that you're against animal abuse? How can you be against animal abuse and buy cheese and eggs and meat and fish? It doesn't make any sense, right? But anyway, even if you agree about everything I say, I still have the impression, and I truly hope that I'm wrong, that you're going to still slice the throats of innocent, defenseless baby animals anyway. And you're going to do it intentionally, and if you allow me the word maliciously, because now you know exactly where your food comes from. So why choosing to be cruel again?
Yeah, that's true.
There's nothing to think about, right? You're either against animal abuse or not. There's nothing to think about. So you either go vegan after talking to me or you'll abuse animals again. So which one you choose?
It's a hard one. It's a hard one.
Why it's so hard to think about something so simple?
I think because mainly all the food that you people sell in the supermarkets are made from this. So
Exactly.
it's difficult to have a different lifestyle, and of course
It's difficult to have no. It's difficult to stop abusing animals if you think about yourself.
That's true.
But it's easy to stop abusing animals if you really care for them,
That's true.
right? Because you can eat anything else. You can go vegan. You can eat fruits and vegetables and legumes, right? And then you have a huge amount of replicas of the blood and the tendons and the muscles and the veins that you're eating, because basically that's what you're eating. Have you ever thought about what you're eating? You're eating cadavers. You're eating dead animals. It's horrific. And you're also eating ovulations of birds. And you're also eating the food of calves. It doesn't make any sense. Would you actually drink milk from a dog? Or eat cheese from a female dog? It doesn't make any sense. So why are you choosing? So I'm here for you to think about things you never thought before. And I want you to question the things that I'm saying to make sure that what I say is right or not. And then hopefully you'll align your moral values with your actions. So again, what are you going to do after talking to me? How many arguments do you have to defend and justify your animal abuse? Before you said convenience, you said the supermarket. So what other
Natural
arguments do you have
vegans
here?
and orphans in India, for
think mainly
example,
that
may not afford or refuse to ever consume luxury drink other than precious water.
You think about
Most
what
of
you
us,
eat?
If you are watching this
Okay,
from
very
a
easy. You can eat
device, then you
apples,
likely have at
bananas,
least a grocery
legumes.
store within 3 miles of your domain, or can even get food picked and sent to you. So it's important to state all vital food types of the original Cretan food pyramid to beginners or semi-beginners. Grain, fruit, veg, nut, seed, legume. Then the rest is non-vital for all physical nourishment, say 19 English-speaking health institutes around the world. As these women are from Holland, then they certainly have access to fresh plant oils, up to 36 types of plant milk that doesn't need to be homemade by you, and the fortunate bonus of having fortified cereals and yeast extract.
Whatever. Or you can eat replicas of everything you eat now. You have the copy of everything.
Soya, right? So you have very good soy that you can recreate.
redefine
You can recreate boiled eggs, and you can recreate absolutely everything. On YouTube, you just write down whatever you want to eat, and you're going to have a recipe, and someone explain to you how, so it's as easy as that. So if it's so easy, why choosing to be cruel? I'm asking you again. Well, I think the answer is very simple. The answer should be, I don't want to be cruel because obviously it's wrong, and therefore from now on I will not be cruel. Why it's so easy to say that?
From now on, we won't be cruel, I guess.
I mean, what is there to think? It's so simple. So I'm here to refresh your minds and show you what you're responsible for, and hopefully.
It's really good that you do this.
Thank you. Do you have your mobile phone in here? So you take the QR of this following card. Please go to YouTube and write "Dairy is scary." It's a video. Dairy is scary. It lasts only 5 minutes, and you'll understand exactly what's wrong with dairy. I can explain it to you now if you want. What?
D-A-I-R-Y.
Yeah, dairy is scary.
Is
Exactly. And then what's wrong with eggs? And so you'll understand very well why it's wrong to eat eggs and dairy.
Okay.
Because I understand that you perfectly understand that it's wrong to eat meat and fish, but maybe you don't understand why it's wrong to eat eggs and dairy.
Okay.
Do you know what's behind the egg industry?
No. But I get my eggs from a farmer. I don't know if that's.
Well, these eggs come from a farmer too.
Yeah.
The ending is the same. The chickens are genetically modified, so they lay eggs every day. They ovulate every day. Imagine if you had your ovulation every day. It would be really unpleasant, right? So they lay eggs every day because they're genetically modified, and that causes a lot of suffering mentally and physically. And so baby chicks, they grind them up alive, the male ones, because they will not lay any eggs. So this is cruel, right? They grind them up, or they suffocate them, or they burn them alive, or they bury them alive. So it's horrific. And so when the chicks are no longer, chickens rather, are no longer being able to lay eggs, then they cut their throats. And before that, they place them in a very dark place and they starve them to death. So the stress makes them lay more eggs. And so that's very cool, right?
But I understand.
Yeah, so the question I'm asking you is it cruel to eat eggs or not?
Yeah. If you know the background, yes.
Yeah.
And you? You think it's cruel to eat eggs
My
now?
English is not really good.
No, it's good, it's good. It's good enough.
Yeah, I think so.
And with dairy, roughly the same thing. And so she gets pregnant. And as soon as she has the baby, they separate the baby from the cow because you're eating cheese.
Yeah.
So you're actually stealing the food of the baby for you to eat cheese. And so they separate them, and the cows usually cry for a long time because they're mothers, just like, humane mothers. And so that's really painful. And they place machines in the teats, and that produces mastitis, which is an infection. And so they have to inject a lot of antibiotics. And so each time you eat cheese, etc., you're eating a lot of antibiotics. At the same time, a lot of hormones, and also blood and pus, because obviously when there's an infection, there's blood and pus. Everything is pasteurized, but you're eating it anyway, so it's disgusting anyway, right? Yeah. And very cruel for the cows. When cows are no longer being able to give milk, they cut their throats for burgers. So the question I'm asking you is cruel to consume cheese and dairy products?
Yes.
So do you think you're gonna consume dairy and eggs after talking to me?
No.
No?
I'm gonna think about the.
I'm going to eat nuts, I think.
Yeah.
A lot of
Yeah,
nuts.
you can make a lot of different milks with nuts and
I
many
will
other things.
search it on the internet. I will try to find some great.
Yeah,
How do you say?
yeah, recipes. Yes.
Yes, thank
You have
you.
plenty of them.
Yes.
And so, are you going to eat fish after talking to me? I didn't talk about fish, but I guess you imagine
I
that
don't
it's.
think so. I can imagine
saw
how it's.
a documentary about the fish.
You'd like to watch a documentary about fish? It's called Seaspiracy.
Yeah, I saw.
Yeah, I saw that.
Seaspiracy?
Yeah,
Yeah.
also cowspiracy.
Exactly. So you already know a lot of things.
Yeah, we do.
How-
We're from Holland.
Okay.
We are very.
All right. So do you think?
aware.
That's great. That's great.
Yeah.
So after talking to me, you think you're going to align your moral values with your actions and be consistent, and be vegan or not?
Yeah, I think so.
So you're going vegan then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well. Yeah.
It's going to be a hard way.
It's gonna be a
Why-
little bit just stream.
Why is it going to be a hard way?
Because I think we every day we eat omelets and stuff
Yeah.
like that, but now we know
And,
that they're
yeah.
genetically manipulated. So
Yeah.
But you can eat vegan omelets as well.
That's true.
So what is the difference, and what is the trouble?
Yeah.
You have all the free recipes on YouTube. All right. So are you going to stay in Barcelona for a long time or not? Are you leaving?
we're leaving tomorrow.
Oh, you're leaving tomorrow. Would you like to do this kind of activism? I'm doing solo activism, as you can see, but usually this kind of activism is done with other people. I am the organizer of Anonymous for the Voiceless. It's an international organization for the animals. And I would like you to do this kind of activism in your country, because in Holland there are several chapters of Anonymous for the Voices. Would you like to take it? I gave you, you took
Yeah,
the,
I saw it.
and you have the website, of Anonymous for the Voiceless,
Yes.
and so you can, So then, are you going vegan after talking to me for sure or not? Because
I think if you said there's like vegan options for
Of course,
omelets,
yeah,
and then
yeah.
I think
okay, what if there were no options whatsoever? Would you still abuse animals then?
if you
Do you understand
if
the question?
Yeah, but if you continue to eat them, then yes, you're abusing animals.
Yes, that's what I meant. If there were no options
Yeah.
of vegan omelets and vegan whatever,
Yeah.
would you abuse animals then?
Yeah, stick to fruit.
Exactly, fruits and vegetables and legumes, and you can combine all these
Yeah. It's
elements
really
if you want.
healthy. I saw another documentary and they eat vegan and it was really healthy. So
Yeah, some people decide to stop eating animals and their secretions because they want to be healthier.
yeah,
So that proves that it's also
Yeah.
healthy, obviously.
yeah.
But I don't want you to go to stop abusing animals for health reasons. I want you to do it for the animals, for your victims,
Yeah.
for ethics.
Yeah.
You don't go vegan for the environment.
No.
You don't
No,
go
that's
vegan
no-
for health reasons. You go vegan because this is the right thing to do.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So do you think you're going vegan then?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I'm asking this because are you living with your parents?
Yes.
And how do you think you're going to manage to be vegan with your parents?
Well, my mom's already vegan,
Oh,
Yeah.
and so how comes you're not vegan? This is amazing.
because my father's not.
Oh, I see. So for you it's going to be easy.
Yeah.
And for you?
And my mom is vegetarian.
Vegetarian?
Vegetarian, but not vegan. So maybe.
Okay, tell her that vegetarians abuse animals
Okay.
because of
the
the things that I told you.
Yeah.
So please show her those videos.
Yeah. Okay.
Dairy scary and what's wrong with eggs. And if she doesn't go vegan after that, then I don't think you. Yeah.
No chance.
Because
will.
the bad thing about vegetarians is that they don't want to stop abusing calves and cows. I'm dealing with a lot of vegetarians and they are the worst.
Okay.
People like yourselves, it's quite easy, as you can see, but vegetarians, it's almost impossible. They say, oh, I'm doing enough, don't bother me. So I hope you won't have a hard time trying to veganize your mother.
Okay.
I hope your mother will be like you.
Yeah, because, yeah, okay. I hope so.
So, would you like my WhatsApp? Because what I do is I'm doing this every day, and I'm counting all the people that actually go vegan, and also I'm trying to count the people that actually
decades of
also
Dutch
want to do
ties.
activism.
I've lived and worked
So
there,
we can keep in
experienced
touch,
many villages
and
to
so
cities,
I'll add
whether
you in a
Scheveningen or
WhatsApp
Clinton,
group with
Rotterdam
all the
or
other
Brussels.
people that went vegan.
I was always told they
As a
had the
means,
happiest cows.
for me to calculate
Not
how
many
many people
falling
go
into
vegan
their
in a
diets.
year.
But
So
it
my number is
wasn't
very
until
easy
their
if you want to write it
pre-tracked
down.
protests
So
I
please send me a
realized how
WhatsApp and say hello,
underground
and say
nefarious
I'm
their
one of the
nether regions were.
Dutch or
When their member of parliament admitted, I quote, "We can't keep feeding the world with meat while being covered in excrement," YouTube would censor the real last word. So even my day unloading a truck full of date fruit op een overslag bedrijf next to a neighboring abattoir. I never knew illegal abattoirs were so common. So adds to the 18,000 letter issued to farmers asking them to stop encroaching on protected refuge land.
and
Yeah.
That's wrong.
oh no, we are the new vegans,
Exactly. Okay.
and I'll know it's you. All right. So
Thank you for telling us.
thank you very much.
really
I'm,
opened our
Keep
eyes.
doing this.
I'm very glad that you went vegan.
Yeah.
Do you think you could talk to other people and make them
Yeah,
also
try in the
understand
Netherlands.
this?
Yeah. Tomorrow we have to be early at the airport, but we will do this in the Netherlands.